everybody, and welcome to a Rhiannon Random Rambles. I was told by my friend's daughter, she was telling me that I should do a makeup collection video, and I've been watching them on YouTube like crazy. Before that, I don't know why the idea hadn't occurred to me, so I thought, why not I just show you what eyeshadows I've been working with already. So to begin, in my little bag here, I have like a little project pan going on where you're picking some products and trying to get, use them up, so to speak. So I do have an eyeshadow palette in that, and it has been my Morphe, and it's the Morphe, it's so dirty, I've been using it, the 35T, which is the Dope Taupe. And I selected this one because it has a lot of very great colors to use for work. I'm also going to apologize now. I do have a decent amount of eyeshadow, so this might be a longer video. And if this isn't your thing, catch us on the next video. But if you do like this type of stuff and want to see this video, get yourself a drink or a snack. Anyway, back to this palette. It's just gorgeous. The thing that I do not like about a lot of like the Morphe eyeshadows is that I feel like there's a lot of colors that are very close to being the same. I use a lot of things on this end of the spectrum. I really haven't touched anything over here at all, but it's a good everyday palette. My goal was to try to use up some of these mattes and then a lot of these like lighter shimmer colors to try to hit pan on. This has been my project. But a great palette. These are $23. I recommend this one if you, want a nice everyday palette. So I keep everything in like these, cheap drawers here. I'm nothing fancy. I don't have a lot of room to store these. And I'm going to apologize too if you see my carpet. I feel like you can see everything. This carpet is so dirty. Anyway, so in these bottom two drawers is kind of what we have cooking here. So this is where I keep some of my, I guess you would call them drugstore. Like I keep like my cheaper palettes in here. So I have here like my little ColourPop Super Shock shadows. ColourPop I wouldn't say is necessarily a drugstore brand, but they're so affordable. I just shoved them in here. I don't use these ones as much, but I do enjoy them. They're very, very, very creamy, and that one doesn't have a lot of pigment to it at all, does it? Anyway, so I like these. I use them every once in a while. I used to use the heck out of Waddles. It's a great crease color. I don't think this was going to be a declutter, but I think I'm going to set some things aside that I don't use. Alrighty. Let me get you in frame here. I got this palette just on a whim. Kathleen Lights likes it. I hate the white in there because it gets so dirty so fast. But when I got this, the palette was already dirty. Like a lot of this, I've used this one time. The palette came this way. I could not believe it. They swatch all right. They're kind of chalky, but I was not impressed with this at all. Like, I don't know. I think I'm going to pass this along. I have colors similar to some of these in other palettes that I would use, but like I would never go to this orange or this dark color here. Like I just don't lean that way, or that red. So I'm just going to, I think, pass this along. I have one of my favorite ones from Makeup Revolution is this Revolution, and this is the VIP. I love the packaging on this. It's very pretty, and the colors are, if I can try to show this to you without like getting you blinded by my mirror. It's very everyday. Again, I haven't used any of those berry shades at all. I use a lot of, the side over here. A good everyday palette. I'm considering putting this in my, pan project as well. Alrighty, this one is my favorite from the Makeup Revolution chocolates. This is the 24 karat gold. I did have for a short period the other gold palette that they had, and I just didn't like it as much. The colors in here are pretty. I forget about this one. I should really use it more. All Makeup Revolutions come with a brush. I don't really use the brush a whole lot, but these colors are really pretty, and this green, I love this as like a crease shade. I really should use this more. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm kind of feeling a little inspired. I should use it more. This is another Makeup Revolution. This one kind of mocks I think it's the Naked, what is it? That Naked 3 palette by Urban Decay, the one with like the rose gold. These are $7, so you can't beat the price. They're not the best shadows, but for $7, I mean, you can't, it's not bad. I would still, I mean, that's why I've still kept it. I don't buy the Makeup Revolution ones, or not, excuse me, the Urban Decay ones, because they're $54, and these are good. Not the best, but they're, you know, they're not bad. I'm going to do these two together because they're very similar. This one is the Fire and Aries, or it's the fire sign one. So it's the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Set that in my lab. And I don't use this one enough. It swatches really nice. It's, again, Makeup Revolution. They're very pigmented. I should probably give this one a little more love. The only one I didn't like is I didn't really like this color here. It kind of is duochrome-y, and I didn't think it performed as well, but I've still kept this. I've worn it a couple. I should really dig this one out more too. I don't wear it enough. I bought this one by Revolution Makeup, and this is their Iconic division. It's their Iconic Reloaded palette. And I bought this one because, if I can open it, I bought this one because it reminded me, and it was said to dupe the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern, or not Modern Renaissance, the Subculture palette. I have not purchased that one. Some of those colors are a little bit out of my wheelhouse, so I wanted something affordable. This is also $7. I didn't tell you how much the other one was, but I honestly don't remember what that fire one was. But this one is great. The colors perform well. If you use like a concealer as a shadow primer, or have like regular eyeshadow primer, they do last a while. I really enjoyed this color. I didn't think that I would. I realize now that all you can see is just my really dirty nails, so I apologize. But anyway, great palette, great price. This one here is a Z palette it's a Tarte one. I really enjoy this. I got to customize and make this myself. So in here I have a lot of the ColourPop singles that I've purchased. This strand over here is the Ulta singles that I have purchased. This one came in an Ipsy. I think that came in an Ipsy. That's a highlighter. It's really pretty. This is the Hello Kitty color. No, not Hello Kitty. Here, Kitty Kitty highlighter from ColourPop. I put it in here, just I thought I would use it more. It's a very pretty shade. I have nothing to hide or swatch this on to show you. Don't know if you can see that. Probably not, but it's gorgeous. Again, I don't use these enough. I should really dip into this drawer more. A lot of these, like especially like these Ulta shades, are very pretty. I love this Seafoam Green. I've worn that a couple times. You can't beat the price on the ColourPop singles. I really enjoy the way that they perform, and their shimmers are very gorgeous. Like, I love that gold. I can't remember what the name of that is. Again, very affordable. I think you can get these for like $4 each. Not bad at all. So this second one is all of my higher end eyeshadows, and let's dig in. Let's just do this. There's a lot in here. There's a lot more than I thought I had. So the newest one to me is this one it's a Tarte one. I wore this for the first time today. I got this in a FabFitFun box. I like this one. I like that it's an everyday style. I don't see myself reaching to this a lot because a lot of these colors are so similar. And I wish that there was a darker brown. Like, I wish one of these like darker brown colors, I guess they're not even darker, they're just, you know, medium brown color. I wish some of them were not shimmer. I wish they were a little more matte, because your matte shades are this one, and I like to have a little bit of a darker color in my crease. But not bad. Another new one to me is this Too Faced I Want Candy. I love one. Let's talk packaging. It's in a cute little tin. And it has on the back there, shows like the different chocolates. It tells you the names of the eyeshadows, but has it look like a little box of chocolates. I used this the other day. You have, you know, your shades there. I think there's some versatile colors there. I love that it's a softer look. I do like the way the Too Faced eyeshadows perform. I think these can be eyeshadows or highlighters. Again, loved this palette. I wore it the other day. I love this cream puff color in the shade in my crease, and the pastry color in my crease. And then I think I wore a little bit of this sugar plum because I was feeling gutsy. I was feeling really gutsy, and I wore that one, and it was like a really pretty, it almost came off like a taupe. It was very pretty. So I enjoyed this palette. I got this when it was half off, because why would you buy anything full price? So half off, loved it. Another haul that I had recently done was by Velvet 59. I was watching Brenda Couture, and she was talking about these. And these palettes, let me get them out of here. I've used, this one's called the Exotic Lotus palette. They've been around for a little while now, and I just love the packaging with the tiger. It's very colorful, and when you open it up, like, these perform well. I really wish there was a brown in there somewhere. I was using this one as a crease shade. They perform well. This one I didn't like as much as the topper because it's more so, it just felt a lot more like glitter than anything else. But again, a nice palette. I don't regret having this. I bought these when these were on sale. I think they were half off, and I bought them together. I do like this one. I feel like I bought it more for the packaging than anything else, but it's really cute. It's so cute. I really have a problem with that. This one is the Velvet 59, the Rose Metals palette, excuse me. And this one didn't have a lot of just the rose dripping there. It's really pretty packaging. And again, there are no mattes in here. These are all shimmers. This one has a little bit of a shimmer to it. You could probably use it as, I don't even think I've used this on my eyeballs yet. No, I have not. I really need to try this. Again, very pretty shades. I don't see myself using this one and this palette and the other one very often, just because, I mean, it's not a very everyday shades, but maybe for special occasions once in a while. I don't regret having them. I like having them in my collection, but I don't know. I feel like I bought those more for the packaging. This one is dirty, and I apologize. This is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. This palette, oh my goodness. I think out of, like, my top 5, I would say, oh, the brush. Sorry, you guys can, like, see that. This formula, I kid you not, is wonderful. I love the shades in here. It's a good everyday palette if you want. You can, you know, dress it up for a big look, or you can do, you know, something soft and subtle. This is a great everyday palette. I feel like I have more than I thought I did. Alrighty, moving on, we'll just start with these. I try to keep certain brands together. This is my Morphe the 35F. This palette went on, oh, if I can open it. This palette went on vacation with me because this is probably my favorite Morphe palette by far. I love that the bottom row is all mattes. I love that there's a good variety in the shimmers. I bought this one, I'm not gonna kid you, for this shade here and this shade. They're just, I think the shadows are so buttery, and great color payoff. I do not regret this purchase. I love this. If I had to start my collection all over again, say all my eyeshadows were gone, this would definitely be one of them that I would buy right away. It's a great palette. This next one is a Morphe one that I have, and I'm kind of considering getting rid of this one as well, just because I don't use it. It is the, oh, look at it real fast. It is the 35OS. So these are all shimmers. So it's not a standalone palette. You would want to use another palette with it. Great shades in here. I can find them in other palettes. Oh, it's dirty. I can find them in other palettes. I just don't reach for this one a lot. I wore this shade. I think I've worn this shade and then a couple of these other ones a lot, but they're very similar to those shade, those glittery or those shimmer shades in the 35F. I don't know. I'm really on the fence about this one. This one might be getting decluttered with that other ColourPop one. I don't know. Anyway, Morphe, 23 bucks. I do like these. Can't beat it. Another one new to me is a Natasha Denona set. This was 25 bucks. I don't know why. But these eyeshadows are creamy. So creamy. I don't know if you can see that there. They just work so nicely. I don't regret this. Her other palettes, like the bigger ones, I don't even know how many eyeshadows are in there, but they're like $129. I can't afford that. I mean, I could buy them if I wanted to, but I think my husband would be upset with me, so I'm starting off with this. I love that you have the two mattes in there, or the browns, and then you have those nice shimmery shades, some pops of color. It's a nice warm palette. I can see myself definitely reaching for this in the fall. This one here, Marvelous Mauves. I bought this during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. These are normally $32, and I bought it when it was $16. I'm not going to lie to you. One, it's dirty because these palettes, okay, let's try to get so I'm not blinding you with the mirror. These palettes are, they're shadows are great. I'm stumbling over my words because I'm trying to think of how I want to describe them. They are great. They're very soft. If you guys can see my dog jumping through, I don't know if you saw her or not. They're very soft. They blend well. They're just really dusty and like they'd have a lot of kick up. I don't know. This is kind of one of those things where I feel like YouTube made me buy it. I don't know if I would purchase this again. I don't know. I probably won't spend full price on any of the other ones. I don't regret having it. I'm glad I tried it. I'm glad I got it half off and didn't pay full price. Hello, dog. Sorry if you hear some noises there. It's my animals. This one is another new one to me. It's the Kat Von D Metal Matte. I like that it kind of does a little flipperoo there. The Metal Matte palette. I got this one at Sephora. I really do enjoy these metallics. I think that these mattes here leave a little bit to be desired. They're not terrible. I don't know if you guys can see Rudy here. He says hello. They leave a lot to be desired, I feel. I got it mostly, it was limited edition, and I don't have any of the other Kat Von D palettes, but I don't know. I need to play around with this one a little bit more. I love this color here, but it reminds me of a color I had in my very first like high-end eyeshadow palette. It was more of an orange. I don't know. I still need to play around with this one. I will say when I did use it, I used these two together, and this one wasn't as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. It was a little disappointing. It swatches so well, like on my finger, but I'm wondering if it has something to do with like the oils on your skin, because when you put it on your eyebrows, don't put it on your eyebrows. When you put it on your eyelids, I just don't feel like it gives you the pigmentation that you would want. But still playing around with this. The packaging is beautiful. Can't complain too much about that, but I can say I just wish it performed a little bit better. I think this one, I realized I have not been telling you prices on most of these. I think this one retailed for $39, but I don't think I paid $39 on it. I can't even remember now. We are getting down to the bottom here. Sorry, I have 4 shadows left. Yes, Rudy. You're such a good boy. Alrighty, so this was the first high-end palette I ever bought. It is the Tarte Toasted. Rudy says hello. I just realized too, you guys can probably see my lovely little Oompa Loompa slippers. This palette has, I think I bought this mostly because I saw that Whitney Simmons, who's a gal I follow on YouTube. Oh, that drawer is so dirty. I digress a lot, I realized. This palette I really enjoyed. I was watching a video with Whitney Simmons on it, and now I'm losing my track. Rudy keeps licking my arm, man. And it's really pretty colors. I used it a lot when I got it. A lot of warmer shades. I love this latte color as a crease. This is a great brow bone highlight. I haven't used any of those shades here. I mean, they're nice. So you definitely could create like a nice, like, deep look. I love this sunset shade. I've used that one a lot. I like pairing those two together, and then a brow bone. I've used this one a little bit, but it's a little chalkier, so it's a little wonky. But overall, I feel like this is a great palette. I'm excited to use it again. I really realized that I've been holding them out, so hopefully you could have seen it a little bit more. These retail, I think they're $49. I think 42, 45, 49. I don't even remember. 45. I think they're 45. Regardless, they're a pretty penny. Love this latte shade. Have definitely been getting my use out of these. I don't know if you can tell they're a little dirty because they're well loved. This was my second high-end palette that I ever bought. It is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold. I was just tickled pink when I bought this. If I can open it. There we go. Not a lot of everyday shades in here. I know I've said it before. I love this shade So Bougie. As you can tell, it matches that latte shade. Like, honestly, if they just kept like these little bits together, like, that's perfect. I wore this the other day. I do enjoy that. I've never worn any of these colored ones here. They're just a little too scary for me. I did one like on a Saturday when I was trying to be fun, wore that green. I did like how that played out. Great palette. I love the way it smells. It does smell really good. And yeah, this is really pretty. I'm looking at it now and I'm just like, man, I should really reach for this one more too. I think that's a common theme. I think when you get so many eyeshadow palettes, you kind of forget about what you have. And I kind of get hyped up. And this one gets a little pushed towards the back. These last three are from the same brand. They're from Carity, and they're pretty affordable palettes. This one is the Carity Posh. It has the velvet exterior. My dogs say hello. And this is a Hello, Rudy. This is, split your back. This is a eyeshadow face palette. So they have this brown here, and they never want me until I'm doing something, and then they want me. This is the story of my life. So it has your bronzer and highlight there. Rudy, the people can't see the eyeshadow. Sit. The thing I do like about this palette is that it's named after actresses. So you have, you know, Shirley and Bet and Charlize and Carrie, and just great names. I just don't ever use this. I think I've used it a few times because I like the shade Sissy, and I like the shade Judy down here. But like, I don't know. I don't reach for this one a lot. I don't know. This was very much an impulse purchase. Rudy, you are just starring in this video, aren't you? This was my second eyeshadow palette from them. So these last two here were my first like real eyeshadow palettes that I bought that weren't drugstore. I used the crap out of these too. I'll save that one for last because that one's my favorite. So this one is the Carity Just Peachy. I tell you, I was rocking these two palettes for the longest time thinking I was just hot shit, let me tell you. I have used this one like crazy. I love this Atlanta shade as a great crease color, and Juicy was my baby. I used to wear this a lot. I rocked it a lot. I used to get compliments too when I would wear them. I definitely hung more around these shades here. Every once in a while when I was feeling adventurous, I would kind of reach into some of these shades. I know one time I walked in was wearing this bright orange on my lids walking through Target with my husband. I don't think that was my shining moment with him. I don't think he really cared for that look a whole lot. It's definitely a dirty, it's been a well-loved palette. You can definitely see the dips I've put into these colors here. I think I like them just for that more rosy gold shade. Plus, like, these were my babies for the longest time. I cannot see myself throwing these away. This one here was my very first. It is the 21 shades. It's their Nudes and Rudes from Carity. Oh my goodness. I used this like nobody's business. Again, I used it basically from that end down. This shade Fairy was my favorite. It was very similar to the Kat Von D, just an orangey, peachy shade. I used the crap out of this. They have a great mixture of mattes and shimmers. I love this shade down here, Unicorn, if you want to do like a very soft, subtle look. It's a great shade. This shade Soul here. This literally has everything you need. If you're not a big makeup collector or don't really care about that, this is like a one and done type of palette. I think these are $29. I can't even remember. They're $25 or $29. They're great. I really, if you want to collect more makeup or looking for more affordable brands, Carity, you really can't go wrong. They have a variety of different colors and different types of shadow palettes and sizes, and can't go wrong. Well, that does it for me. Thank you for going through these palettes with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see what's happening in the rest of these. I definitely have a smaller collection compared to some of the ones that you'll see here on YouTube, but I'm kind of working my way up. I have some things I can show you. So let me know if you'd like to see that. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. It's Sunday for me. It's relaxed day. And yeah, I hope you don't mind that all you've seen is my hands in this video and my Oompa Loompa slippers. All right, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out our other videos, and I'll see you next time.